Who will pull out all the stops in search of the win against a New England fighter with the heart of a champion, slippery Pete Barrett.
부산 팀메드 소속 나이는 29살 유상훈입니다. 제 목표는 UFC 라이트급 챔피언입니다. 제가 우슈를 종합격 투기하기 전에 우슈라는 운동을 했는데 거기에서는 일단은 발차기가 제일 중요하고 그리고 제가 팀메드에 가는 순간 훈련 파트너도 많고 유명한 선수들도 많았습니다. 두 선수한테는 이제 주먹 복싱 위주로 많이 배우는 게 많습니다. 경호 형한테도 그래플링도 많이 배우고 마더네 형님한테도 이제 정신력과 어떻게 상대방을 이끌어가는 그런 훈련도 많이 배웠고요. 이제 제가 3년 전에 이제 마동현 형이 이제 세컨으로 가가지고 이제 제 코치 감독님한테 이제 저는 3년 뒤에 무조건 계약할 거라고 말을 했고 그리고 시합을 준비하고 누구보다도 연습을 열심히 했기 때문에 이 자리까지 왔다고 생각합니다. 그리고 미안하지만 피터 바렛 선수를 이제 장애물이라고 생각하지 않고 저는 데이나 화이트 앞에서 저의 경기력과 저의 상품성, 저의 스타성을 증명하기 위해 저는 지금 미국까지 날아왔습니다.
My name is Peter Barrett. I'm fighting out of Sityodtong, Boston, and I'm here to be a household name in the UFC. I took my first fight in 2011, and I just fell in love with the sport, and it just really brought that competitive edge out of me, and I was alive. I felt so alive, and fast forward to 2017, I'm an 8-0 pro, crushing the scene, top prospect in the Northeast, and then I lost my first fight. Everybody loses at one point or another, and you gotta bounce back strong, and that was my plan. Little did I know a month later, I'd lose my little brother to addiction. It was an accidental overdose of fentanyl, and that really messed me up, you know? And I thought, man, I can get through this. I can fight through anything. 2 months later, my dad died of a heart attack. I was the one that went to check on him and found him. That was like the hardest day of my life. Losing 2 people so close to me took a lot out of me. I was sad, I was angry, I started drinking a lot, I got really depressed. Felt like I was going off the deep end. Driving home one night, I swiped a guardrail. My mom came down, looked at my truck, and she said, "What the f is wrong with you?" She came in and she said, "Pull your together, you need to fix this. Go out there and be who we know you can be." It was from that conversation that I really put myself together and reached out for help, found a therapist, and it gave me the confidence to go back in there, to put that bottle down, and that last fight, I performed the way I've been trying to perform for the last 10 years. I was in that cage, I was alive, and I was hitting every note, every key, and now you're seeing the best version of me. This is my chance to show everybody that no matter what hits you in life, you're able to build yourself back up and get back on track and crush your goals. I'm here to take the UFC by storm. I bring hellish elbows, vicious knees, destructive Muay Thai. I've always described it as highly calculated violence. We're in the hurt business. I bring pain, I bring fire, I bring hell. I bring that darkness that lives inside of me and I put it on my opponents. You want to feel the pain that I felt when I was in my darkest place? Sign that contract and you'll know what I've been through. That's what you're going to feel on fight night.
그리고 피터 바렛은 분명히 저한테 이끌려 다니다가 1라운드에 KO 날 것입니다.
Sang-Hoon Yo, it could be anybody. It doesn't have to be you, but you're going to be across the cage from me tonight, and I'm coming for your throat. Peter Barrett will be a name that rings through fight fan homes. They're going to say, that's one bad mofo right there. I would never want to be across the cage from that kid tonight.
And here he is, slippery Peter Barrett, 32 years old, training out of the Boston area, coming in with a 10-3 record and an incredible backstory. Laura Sanko.
Yeah, as you just saw in his feature, Peter Barrett has had to deal with so much tragedy over the past 2 years, losing his brother to an accidental overdose, losing his dad just months later to a heart attack. And he openly admits to dealing with depression and the temptation to self-medicate on the heels of those deaths. But when I talked to him about where he is now, he is extremely passionate about using this platform to encourage other people dealing with depression or addiction to let them know that they are not alone in their struggle and that there is a way out. Today, Peter has found his way out with a lot of hard work and therapy, but also with the love and the support of his family and his girlfriend.
Yeah, well, powerful stuff indeed. I mean, of course, that is just terrible for anybody to go through. But as Laura just said there, basically, you know, it's not his fault what he had to go through, but it sure as hell is his responsibility not to be a victim. Like his mother said, get it together, get your act together, and he's done that very, very well. Inside the octagon, he fights well, typical southpaw stuff, excellent kicks, good left hand, and in the clinch, good knees and elbows. Of course, training with Mark Delagrati, that's no surprise.
See all the Slippery Pete shirts. He comes from a blended family with 15 kids. A lot of them here tonight. And a much different entrance for the Korean assassin, Sung-Hoon Yu. This is a very impressive fighter. 5-0 in his MMA career. 3 of those wins coming by knockout.
Yeah, you can just see the confidence from this man, and you can hear it when he talks. Of course, I don't understand Korean, but you can just tell that he's very, very composed when he speaks. He's very confident of the knockout. As I said before, in Wushu, he's had over 300 fights, and he says a lot of them finished by a knockout. He promises to deliver a first-round knockout. He said if he tries to take him down, he will not be able to. If it stays on the feet, he's going to knock him out. So we're certainly talking a good game and brimming with confidence.
The first Korean to fight on Dana White's Contender series. Had a knockout that was a knockout of the year nominee with a head kick in 2017 with a win over Tae-Joo Lee. But he's fought some inexperienced competition. 2 of his opponents didn't have any fights, so that's kind of a question mark coming into the night.
Yeah, no, it certainly is. You got to step up at some point. You know, interestingly enough, at UFC 199 3 years ago, he cornered Dong Hyung Ma, and he said, I will be in the UFC in 3 years, and here he is.
Time now for the tale of the tape. You can see that Yu, the younger and taller man, slight reach advantage for him as well, as he hopes to be the next Korean prospect to enter the UFC. Our referee for this one, Jason Herzog. Let's get going.
First round. Fighter, you ready? Fighter, you ready? Fight!
2 fighters touch hands. Slippery Peter Barrett in the gray. Sung-Hoon Yu wearing the blue trunks, and Yu goes low to the leg.
There is the first kick. Yeah, again with the southpaw thing, like I said earlier. Sang-Hoon's only had 5 fights, and fighting the southpaw can be terrible, but it doesn't matter because we're on the floor. He passes guard nicely. He's got the underhook there with the left hand. This is really bad for Peter Barrett right now. He's got the crucifix. He escaped. He had the left arm isolated with his knee, but the underhook with the left hand for Yu is key here. He's landing these shots. Barrett has got to try and get guard back.
2 first-round finishes for Yu in his career. Just 5 fights coming in undefeated. Stays inside control.
You know, I was talking to Mark Delagrati earlier, the coach of Peter Barrett, and he said that the plan was to take Yu down. Of course, it isn't working out like that right now. This is a bad start for Peter, but there he is. He's trying to isolate the left arm of Barrett again, trying to pin it down with his knee, and therefore he's got nothing to protect his face. But he's doing the right thing. He's trying to get the guard back. He's scrambling to get half guard or a full guard.
And he's landing several punches here, some of them to the hands, but a couple of those connecting with the top of the head.
Yeah, and they hurt. Even on the hands as well. He can bend fingers, it can break fingers. He's got to be careful he doesn't hit the back of the head. You see Barrett, he's trying to swing those legs over. His right leg is going to hook the leg of... there we go, armbar.
He has the arm.
This is bad. He's got to straighten that arm. He's going to push the hips forward now. Oh, he's out. He's out. Nice work by Peter Barrett. Fantastic escape, because that was deep.
Excellent escape from the former high school wrestler from Massachusetts.
That's got to feel good for Peter Barrett. The fight ended up on the ground pretty quickly. Took some shots. Oh, that one hurt him.
Flying knee lands from Yu.
The punch really hurt him, and the knee followed up. And again. Wow. This is great work by Yu.
Yu just relentless on the feet.
Yeah, it looks really good so far. Barrett's doing the right thing. Get a hold of that sucker, clinch him, grab, clear the head, and then go again. Barrett's trying to take him down, trying to get the single leg switch to a double. He has both legs.
Got him.
Nice work. Hughes back up.
There is no doubt that both men going to be tired after this first round, coming out with a lot of energy exerted.
Oh yeah, for sure, but these guys didn't come here to lose. This is a massive opportunity for both of them. I mean, Peter Barrett, after everything he's been through, he ain't going to come here and get finished so quickly. So a lot of fight in this guy, a lot of heart. And you, so far, looks impressive. Oh,
there's another knee.
Huge knee up the middle. Barrett's got to be careful. Going to get that head up and the hands up.
It's a straight kick. He follows those knees up with a high kick. You can see why you was so dangerous.
Yeah, so far Barrett hasn't really landed anything significant, whereas you, I mean, take your pick. Punches on the ground, knees to the face, kicks, straight lefts. But it ain't over yet.
Oh, we're just getting started, my friend.
Just getting started, buddy.
Coming up on a minute, Peter. Coming up on a minute. That's it. Get to work. That's it.
Just over a minute to go here in the first round. Peter Barrett from the Boston area. Sung-Hoon Yu from South Korea. Yu coming in undefeated. Talked a lot about how dangerous his kicks were. We could see it so far here in the first round.
Yeah, but these knees are the real dangerous thing here. Getting that tie clinch. Peter Barrett needs to work on that going forward. A few times he's been in the tie clinch and he hasn't really escaped. And here it is again. Wait for it. Ooh, that was close. Barrett getting a little wild there, a little desperate with the punches. Just trying to make something happen.
Hustle for the takedown. 30 seconds. Hustle for that takedown. Let's feel this round. Let's go.
That's it.
20 to go here in the first round. Barrett with you up against the fence.
Head position.
Lands a right.
Nice little elbow there for Barrett.
Might have been his most significant strike here of the first round.
I'd say so. Wow. Huge round for Sung-Hoon Yu there.
Well, that certainly wasn't boring.
No, he certainly delivered on the promises. All right, let's take a look. The fight starts, he catches the leg. Just a little sweep there, a little foot trip, gets him down. Landed some nice shots, trying to isolate the arm and get the crucifix, but either way, landed some shots from there, transition to the armbar. He's got it here, he's isolated the arm, steps over. Barrett did a good job of escaping there and getting on top briefly. From there, the fight ended up back on the feet. Here we are here. And you swarming, there's a kick, never quite connected, but he got the tie clinch here, and boom! Flush connection there. Good round for you.
This is when you grind. This is when you show him. He's going to fade. You just grind him, Peter. Grind him.
Let's go, boy. Let's go. Cover distance. Pull the left, but move.
Right here. Fighter, you need to watch the head. Aim for the ear when you're in the crucifix position and have him in the back. Go.
That's it. Put a smile on your face, Peter. Let's go. Have fun. Having fun out there, Peter. Let's go.
You can see Jason Herzog telling Yu's corner, be careful with those punches to the back of the head. Obviously a language barrier here with you, being from South Korea.
An old slippery Pete with a big smile on his face there. His corner shouting out, come on, we're going to have some fun. Now, unless you're a maniac, that wasn't my idea of fun. But still, you know, taking knees to the face, kicks to the face. You know, some people, they like weird things.
Mikey, you got to be a little crazy to step into that octagon. You know better than anybody.
I've done it once or twice myself. But, you know, listen, round one, that's in the rearview mirror. Put that behind you. Fresh, refresh, reset. Forget about that and go out there and do some new work. Barrett's got a smile on the face, doesn't look hurt.
See the total strikes there, 90. A lot of volume coming from you.
He's got to watch that knee. You see, Yu has him in the tie clinch. Well, he let it go. But he was getting him in the tie clinch, teeing up another knee. Barrett's trying to get that single leg.
Grabs the other one and able to get him down to one knee, but you hopped right back up.
Yeah, well, as I said, Mark Delagrati said earlier, he's going to plan on taking him down to the ground, and that's what he's doing. You can clearly see that's the game plan. You know, and if I'm honest, he does seem a little outmatched on the feet, you know, with the wushu background, with the amount of fights, the knees. I mean, he's very fluent on the feet, is you. So you might as well take him down, put him in his weak spot. Although, that said, he was the one nearly finishing with the armbar in round one. But this is better work from Barrett. He's got him pushed up against the fence, taking away those kicks and knees, trying to get a takedown. Not successful so far, but still he's controlling the action.
There we go, Peter. Keep it right there. Let's go. Jason's good. As long as you're moving, you're good. Stay moving, Peter.
Two fighters break.
That's it. That's it. Use that lead hand.
Big knee, loses his footing and goes down, but you hops right back up as he's done so many times here through 2 rounds.
Yeah, you popped right back up, but kind of looked a little out of breath there for a second. I mean, defending takedowns is hard. Certainly with his background, probably doesn't wrestle that much. I mean, there is takedowns in wushu, and of course now training mixed martial arts. You do train the takedowns, but it won't be his most natural suit or his skill set, pardon me.
Barrett landed a couple of strikes there, but takes a big kick to the midsection.
Yeah, heavy kick to the midsection there. That'll take the wind out of you. Oh, nice. Good connection for Barrett.
Tried to follow it up with a spinning back fist, but missed as he lands the straight right.
You got to give Barrett the credit. There's no quitting this guy. So far, a much better round for Barrett. Hasn't really taken too much damage. Got the front kick to the stomach, that would have sucked, but generally, a much better round.
Lands a quick right on the break. An excellent round for Barrett. In terms of total strikes, he's almost closed the gap. 72 to 62, still in Yu's favor, but not nearly as big of an advantage as we saw after round 1.
You know, it's curious that Yu is the one walking him down. When he talks so much about the kicks, to throw the kicks, you need the space. You need your opponent at a certain distance away from you. I thought it would have been Barrett closing him down, but...
1, 3, 2.
And you could see the difference from round 1 to round 2 in terms of the strikes being landed from Barrett.
That's it. Grind.
Tries to get the foot stomp. Yeah, trying to get the double leg. But
there it is. You see Yu getting a little bit tired now with his grappling exchanges. You know, he didn't go down that easy at the start of the fight.
You see the dirty boxing here from Peter Barrett as he held Yu down for a moment. Under 1 minute to go here in the second round.
Move your hand. Move your hand. That's it. Move your head. Nice work. That's what you want.
Oh, big shot.
Barrett eats a right from Yu, misses on the high head kick.
Yeah, Barrett's lucky he got out of the way of that one. Here we go, nice takedown again. As I say, there's not as much resistance coming from Yu in this round with the takedowns. If we make it to a third round, that could be dangerous.
Trying to get the neck, the 4th takedown of the fight for Peter Barrett.
Yeah, and a couple of good shots as Yu got back to his feet.
10 seconds.
Yeah, Yu looking at his clock there, taking a couple of big deep breaths. As I said, not as much resistance coming from these takedowns either. We might see a very different round 3. Look at him.
Taking his time getting up. They're beat.
Yeah, Yu's tired. He's looking at him like, will you just stop trying to take me down? Can we just fight the old-fashioned way?
They both gave it a good 3 or 4 beats before they got to their feet and headed to the corners. Let's listen into Peter Barrett's corner.
Listen to me. I need you to take some long, slow breaths right now. I don't need to give you much more coaching advice. I need you to recover.
He's never been in this territory before. This is your territory right now.
It's going to come down to who wants it more, buddy.
You want this more, buddy.
At us.
This is when you shine, baby. This is when your cardio comes in, buddy.
Hold this water, you're 1 round away. You got to do the same fucking thing. I gave you the best advice I could give you. Skip some jabs.
All right, let's take a look here. Here's Barrett closing the distance, getting the takedowns. And he got a few of those throughout that round. Boom. There's a right and there's a left as well. Boom, there it is. Spins but misses, nowhere close. And here's a little shot from you. Boom, nice clean right hand. And a little one in return from Barrett.
Round 3 brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of the UFC. Going to be interesting to see what Barrett does here, because coming into this fight, you really had no interest in ground fighting.
No. Well, listen, the game plan's simple for Barrett. You know, that was evident in round 2 that you is slowing down and he's not resisting the takedowns as much. For Barrett, walk forward, get the clinch, push him against the fence and look to take him down. And I like the word from Mark De La Grana. He was imploring with him, please, 5 minutes. This is what we worked for. This is where the cardio comes in to play. Who wants it more? Who's willing to push? And who's going to get kneed in the balls? This is good for you. I'm not going to lie. He definitely seems to be gassing the most. I mean, this is great in some ways. I mean, if it was a legitimate groin strike, oh, sorry, pardon me, it was Peter Barrett. But as I say, still good for you. Gives him time. You see him. Hughes there, he's got his hands on his knees, taking some deep breaths. Let's have a look.
You good?
Yeah, he went to knee, but then the leg extended and the foot got him there. You know, Barrett's going to regret taking that break, if I'm honest. Oh, gave him one back.
Both fighters landing
both
shots
guys,
there.
Yeah, both connected.
And at this point, Barrett, as he gets him in a clinch, just content to keep it on his feet. See if he goes for the takedown here.
Yeah, well, he landed a good left hand there, then walked into the clinch. And a good uppercut there as they separated.
There we go. Use that lead hand, Peter. Use that lead hand to set up the two. There we go.
You can definitely see that you slowed down. He's not as crisp. He's not as, his strikes aren't as snappy as what they were in the first round. But that was a good left hand, a right hand, pardon me.
Well, you're not trying to kick as much. There's a knee as he did earlier.
Well, kicks take more energy. Simple as that. It's easier to throw a punch than what it is to throw a leg. Obviously, your leg's about 3 times the size as your arm, so it takes more energy. But round 1 was definitely big for you. Round 2, I've got to lean towards Barrett. So, you know, whoever wins this round could be the winner. Good right hand.
Another elbow and a spinning back fist coming. That one landed.
Nice head movement. Yeah, both guys are exhausted here, pushing up against each other, trying to get an advantageous position. But at this point, you've got to dig deep. You've got to ask yourself, how badly do you want it?
That's exactly what you can hear from the corner. Yeah. Dig deep, because we're almost to the halfway point of the final round.
Well, because you have that extra level to go to. Just some people don't choose to go there. They think they're tired. But the mind is the most powerful weapon that you have. You can either choose to say, I'm tired, I can't give any more. Or you say, you know what, I'm going to keep pushing.
You were able to use that left to...
Yeah, those nice straight shots. Oh, guillotine.
There's the neck. Single leg for Barrett.
He's trying to suck that leg. You see his hands trying to get behind the ankle. He's got to get behind the ankle and just pull it away from the fence. If he does that, he'll hit the floor.
Good takedown deep from you.
Again, Hughes looking at the clock.
You see that right eye of Hughes somewhat swollen. Both fighters trying to land some knees. Under 2 minutes to go here.
Yeah, Barrett's corner screaming, you gotta want it, you gotta want it, and that's exactly what you need to hear. How badly do you want it? Because it's anybody's fight right now. It's anybody's fight.
Take a look at the strike numbers from round 3. Advantage Barrett, 24-16 so far.
That could be a little misleading though. I think some of Hughes' strikes were a little more, they had a little more sting on the end of them. But this is huge. Huge for Barrett. Yeah, Hughes trying to transition to an armbar here. He's got to be careful. Barrett's got to pull that out, which he did. And here we go.
Trying to sweep that leg again.
Again, this is a really close fight. Whoever gives the higher output for the next 50 seconds could win this fight.
And again, it almost looked like he was glancing up at the clock. He's absolutely exhausted.
He might be exhausted, but he got back to his feet and he escaped that position. But Barrett being relentless with the takedown attempts here. Got to join those hands, and Hughes just trying to separate his legs as much as possible so that Barrett can't join his hands together.
Barrett continues to look for the takedown.
He's going to get the takedown. Hughes grabbing the fence. That was huge, and he's trying to progress to mount here. He's got 20 seconds. He's going to stand up, but just let the hands go.
Hughes back to his feet. The elbow just kind of slipped right off without making contact.
Barrett's got to let it go. You can't just cover it up.
Now it's Barrett moving forward.
Wow. Big effort from both guys.
Does Peter Barrett get the 11th win of his career?
I don't know.
Does Sung Hoon Yu stay undefeated?
I don't know. I'm serious. That was a close fight.
That's a tough call.
Yeah, let's take a look. Here's round one. He caught the kick, took him down, of course, from there. He got some really good action going there. He got some ground and pound. He landed some clean shots. Some were almost to the back of the head. He went for the armbar, but he did land that knee as well. Wobbled him. But then Barrett came back round two, changed up the game plan, got the takedowns, landed some good shots. There's a right hand that got through. And here's a left hand, bang, connects nicely. Misses the spinning back kick, but a big, long, straight right by Yu. And then in the third round, both guys just exchanging, trying to get ahead on the scorecard, trying to leave that lasting impression to the judges. And Barrett spins there, lands a good shot. And then there it is, the end of the round three. Gets that big takedown. And that might have been the deciding factor, but either way, hats off to both guys. Great effort.
Awesome fight. When you look at the numbers across the board, the only one that really sticks out, 7 takedowns for Peter Barrett. Pretty even otherwise. Let's send it to Lorisenko for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this bout 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision, Peter Barrett.
That's huge. Round one certainly did not go his way, as we can see there. Massive amount of friends and family in the crowd, and they were looking worried in round one, but he went out there, switched up the game plan, got the takedowns, landed some good shots, and won a very, very difficult, close fight.
Good sportsmanship. Peter Barrett paying his respects to Sung Hoon Yu. The whole fan club is here. The Slippery Pete fan club. You know, there's a bar somewhere in the Boston area, and they're going crazy right now. They did a 50-50 raffle, and the winner of the raffle gave 100% of the money to Barrett to help pay for his training.
Oh, nice.
That's where he's the bartender.
Oh,
that's how he's paying the bills right now.
Stay with me, stay with me. Stay with me, Don. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the opportunity.
Peter Barrett thanking Dana White and the matchmakers. The fight stats, you can see how even it was for the most part across the board. The takedowns are where Barrett had the big advantage, and he was the high school wrestler coming in, so he played to his strength.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, there was only 1 strike difference between the two, but the 7 takedowns, clearly what won him the fight.
Peter Barrett not slipping away from Lorisenko.
It's right there. Peter Barrett, you battled for that win like you have battled to win in life. What's the emotion right now?
I'm just elated to be here and put on a performance for Sean Shelby and Dana White and Mick Maynard. I mean, 10 years, this is a dream. I finally had the opportunity to come out here and perform. I mean, albeit I was looking for a finish and I got a little punch hungry, but when it hits the fan, man, you just gotta start grinding and dig through that stuff. Sorry, I'm trying not to swear. You know, like I said in some of the interviews, man, Nobody can throw anything at me that I haven't seen personally in the darkest hour of my life. And if I can fight through that shit, I can fight through anybody and anything. Just give me the opportunity, Dana, Sean. I'll make you guys proud. Bring me to Boston October 18th. I'll sell that whole crowd out. And you'll have everybody chant my name. I promise you that.
Well, speaking of crowd, most of the people that fight here come out to silence, but basically the entire audience out there sounded like they were in your corner. You got a lot of family out there.
Yeah, we were fortunate enough to get a group of people out here. They're all got the shirt on. That's the Slippery Pete tribe right there. We do it big. I mean, this is a business, man. I got to sell myself just like you guys sell your business. I'm here to do it all, man. You put your company on my shoulders, I won't let you down. Guys, I will not let you down.
Man, you weathered a tough first round, but that second and third round, you made some major adjustments. You've got Mark De La Grati there in your corner. What was he asking you to do to turn the tide there?
He told me to wrestle. Anybody knows him will never hear wrestle come out of his mouth. There was one other fight where he said wrestle, and he came backstage and was like, I can't believe I told you to wrestle. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? But, I mean, that's my bread and butter, but I like to put on a show. I like to fight. I'm a pugilist. I like to talk with my hands and my knees. He had a little grip on the distance. Guys, I'm a featherweight, you know? I took the fight at 55 because I take any opportunity to fight in front of you guys. I just needed a shot, so I will never let you guys down. I just want the opportunity one more time.
Peter, I know, like I said, you've been through so much to get here. Watching your mom watch that feature on you before you walked out was something, absolutely. I know she has been a factor in you getting here. There she is. What's your message to her specifically?
Mom, I love you. My girlfriend right next to her, Michaela, I love you too. You guys stuck through me through the darkest hours of my life, and you're the only ones that really believed in me. Not that nobody else did, but it was you two that pushed me the hardest and asked me to rise up from that trash and become the person I knew I could be. So I'm forever grateful to have you two in my corner.
Congratulations. Go enjoy your victory, Peter. Thank you so much. Guys, back to you.
Slippery Peter Barrett putting that business marketing degree to work with his whole family there in those T-shirts, putting those grappling skills to work as well. His 11th professional win. Will it be enough to get the UFC contract? We'll find out coming up soon. Also coming up, Caitlin Hill, a former high school running back in Northern California, now training at Black House MMA in LA, looks to stay unbeaten against